laughing at myself because it took me forever to write that and put that together where I sped through it. But it's cool. I already know this statement documents mean that I didn't get that top part, but it's cool. Oh, it's hot all of a sudden. Grok helped me. I know smart houses, you know. So anyway, I'm going to speak like I need to speak. Marco Rubio, that lost to Trump. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. I have reason to believe he's been cutting side deals. I would do a full investigation. I can't say for sure, but let's do a full investigation on the whereabouts of what he do when you're not around him. They know it would come to this. They knew it would come to me saying this one day. To the people I never address, but I just sit back and watch, and through their iris, I see that I don't trust them fully. So I don't say much. I just sit back and watch them, how much supportive they are. But I don't even care if I messed up a little bit. For Marco Rubio to sit up there and say he likes a man, Tupac, that sat up there and caused a lot of black men to go out and kill people, I have reason to believe this man has cut a side deal. Is cutting side deals with his kind, just hoping and waiting and thinking, literally thinking. You see how I said thinking twice, actually three times? That Trump is going to buy that shit. Because if I'm not buying it, he's not buying it. I had to witness my brother in gunfire. He got shot over people listening to Tupac. And you want to bring up because he went to a prestigious school with Jada Pinkett, with another black man that slapped another black man? Get out of here, Marco. I don't trust you as president. I don't want you as president. I would be a better president. You may have connections, but I would be a better president. And that's on God. Anyway, I didn't even want to address that. Cannot believe you never been through gunfire. You just orchestrate shit with the power you have under Trump, waiting for that opportunity to really fuck him over. Anyway, I'm like trying my best. Let's talk about the VA. Let's see if I got to get off of, I got to make this right. Dog, they are really messing up my feed. Let me do this. Let me go back. I never want you as president. I don't want any foreigner other than the foreigner that took care of us as being president. For that to come out your mouth, you look like you're desperate for some black voters. When Trump do it, I see what he's doing. He's the president. But I don't never see him acknowledge Tupac. They're creating a shit show for a circus on this clown with high profile attorneys that sat and watched him for decades. And now they want to manipulate this for so black people can watch it. You're cutting old wounds. Just leave him at rest if he's at rest. Now these are the occurrences. These now it's right. These are the occurrences because I was battling with one system that wouldn't act right. And it's cool. I'm not mad at it. And I'm not mad at StreamYard. It is what it is. It's a subscription I gotta pay. I'm gonna see what if it's worth it, and if it's not worth it, I got like 100 other pages I can connect with the RTMP. So I'm not tripping over that. On top of the almost 10 platforms. So I'm not tripping. Let's get to the show. Because Marco really got my blood boiling thinking that I sat and I watched and I watched and I watched. But that comment just for supporters to sit up there and cut through and just not forget and just bring them up every now and again. For someone in your position to bring them up is incompetent. It's incompetent and desperation. So you can sit there with your pretty wife and the other assistant. Fine. I think personally, Marco Rubio, you think you're better than Trump. Y'all both had the debate. He cut you off and you lost. Just like if I was to win primaries and dug more dirt on I don't even need to watch you. It comes on my feed. The little bit of dirt killed your career. I don't want him as President Trump. He gets as president, I'm on life support. And the rest of the good supporter president, supporter citizens and veterans. All I know, he's possibly taking side deals. Before, just to keep you satisfied. Isn't that how it goes, right? Before I got off of probation, this is the occurrence that happened to me, and I will explain this and get off, do my homework, and if I have time, which I should, get back on here because it's already done partially. I'm just waiting on it's all on Word document, and I want to make sure when I do the rest of the project, Professor Maloff, he probably wrote me by now. So I gave it some time because I didn't want to rush him. But this is the occurrence of my being harassed for the last time. Before I got off of my 3 long, grueling years of probation for hitting that informant or ex-officer or ex-agent white woman that followed me down a dark alley, same physique, same height. She's a tall one. And I have reason to believe that she allegedly called me a bitch, which doesn't account for it. It doesn't account for hitting. What accounts for hitting? I'll let you think of that by law. I told you I was being harassed in Seattle. A white lady told me to go to Seattle. She didn't suggest. She told me to go to Seattle. She was from Alaskan Airlines at Ketchikan, Alaska. Not knowing that white women will follow me there after promoting myself a homeless veteran as president, not knowing they were following me. I was so paranoid. And not knowing going to Northgate would wound up in April of 2023 of me hitting a woman. The occurrences that happened to me yesterday were sickening, even sickening. I go into Office Depot. They looking at me like I'm making a scene. One lady is 1 feet like Chris was at the trash can, 1 feet pretending to look at something. And so I backed up and I said, "You're making me feel uncomfortable." And she's just smiling, this old white lady. They rather take the hit and they go through great lengths for me. But it didn't stop there. Everybody's behavior was off there. Then on top of that, after I finally got what I needed, they sat up there and they eradicated themselves at Walmart. The only reason I go to Office Depot is because it's the closest. No one sit up there and wanted to rendezvous with your white men. No one sit up there and is a pedophile. I just wanted good service and didn't get it. So the next time I come in there, you either give good service or I will slap a lawsuit for racial discrimination all the way up to the manager. Just avoid me. I'm still going there. So get ready. Because if there's a valid reason for me coming, I am coming. So you are not going to intimidate me to sit up there and make me lose my privileges there. Because that's what it's boiling down to. Anyway, I go to Walmart right after, which is right on the same street, across the street, a small street. Guess what happens? A white lady touches me and gets away with it. She sat up there and I put both, if they even try me on Better Business Bureau, I'm not even going to go there with them. But let's move on. So I'm sitting up there and I got a cart already in my hand. And she touches me saying, the carts are over here. I'm like, why are you touching me? And she's like, the carts. I said, the carts are over here. I said, no, no. Because that constitutes assault, whether it was hard or not. I said, let me speak to your manager. I'm sorry. I said, no, 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 no. I don't want to hear sorry. Don't apologize to me. Where's your manager? And she began to talk. I said, I didn't even say fuck you. I didn't call her a name. And she probably got with the girls that put her up on it. But later, but I went straight to the station where the same guy that had respect for me or barely gave me respect, that I believe is another racist, started having an attitude. I asked the Hispanic later, can I speak to the manager? She like, me no English. I'm like, why the fuck are you even working here then? And I went straight to another partially white man that gave me a fully white man. And I told him while on TikTok, you need to accept that your race and gender of women are racist. And if you don't take this situation serious, you're a racist. Because I know ain't nothing going to be done for her behavior. Nothing. Just like previously, earlier that morning, another older white woman snatches on federal. No, it's not federal. It's not federal. And that's the problem. Nothing is federal here. The state courthouse, and I don't care if it's labeled as federal, the state courthouse, a white security guard snatches the bucket from me, and I still haven't gotten a call from no one. No one has called me. So I'm going to take it a step further because the DOJ is investigating and keep writing down. I want a full investigation on why no one has called me yet. She snatches the bucket and yells for her boss. 4 times she has been an instigator in my possible arrest. And I had it up to here. I'm suing the sheriff department because she falls under the sheriff. And if the sheriff doesn't know who is in his community that he's hired, then that's not on me. I don't feel guilty. Like y'all didn't feel guilty for locking me up illegally. Y'all had no remorse. You probably celebrated, called me a nuisance nigger bitch, whatever it took. I know how y'all get down because you racist here. Anyway, before I begin to talk about my history, I'm going to tell you how racist it is here. I've never been too much to such a racist state and city. Before I got off of probation, 3 grueling, long years, my Hispanic lawyer that ignored my cries for other Hispanics watching me and trying to rob and kill me told me I had to report exactly where I was going in Seattle, King County Vet Court. I tried to reach, and let me finish that before I told him. I told him I was going to Boise. I told them all. I had to do it under oath for the last time, my last contractual agreement on probation. Now, who do you think the judge that is white and racist will call out of retaliation? Maybe the Boise mayor, like Bruce Harreld, and that white lady that's Canadian lived with her freaking parents before becoming a Seattle mayor? Like she knows what she's doing? So they collaborated. You know, they talk Democrats on Democrats. It's not like we don't know this shit. And I told him I was going to Boise. I tried to reach Mindy. I don't know her name. I won't slander and call her erratic name, but I have her card still. And I contacted Mindy early and told her I needed help moving. I'll help you. Just like the woman at Martha's Vineyard said the same thing that was white. And I ended up going cross country from Boston, Massachusetts for no reason because they never helped me. They sent immigrants out of their island because Obama's on an island. He's that scared to live with the majority of the population. He's on an island in Boston, a fully Democrat state. And I tried to get there so I felt protected, so he can get the hint. Never got there. But this Mindy director character that works for the VA, she promised me housing. And then she stopped picking up. I got real close to getting a house. The lady in on it with the house rejected me after running my credit and making me go through hell. It was a whole inside job. And I got the receipts from the emails. So, Mindy, don't let me call you out again. So, after she fucked me over, I needed help because I spent nearly $10,000 of my own money. Thank you to the man I fucked myself to, Trump, for getting me here. And I don't regret anything I just said. And she sat up there and lied. And I spent my last $10,000 where I needed help temporarily. So they gave me some food from the VA, the racist VA, and they barely wanted to do that. The racist white woman that gave it to me. And it's still in there, some of it. It's still in there. A big bag of rice, beans. So I was like, I need more money. And you know, the place I got it from is the same place, because Mindy Power, that sat up there and started doing fucked up shit to my smoothies. And that's the first place I got banned from. The police called me and said I was acting irrational, which is on my camera. If you scroll down the Facebook log for a while, December, January ish, this immigrant young lady had my drink out in the middle. And if they really did investigations, they would know she did it to me. I have no remorse for cursing at her. You want to act like an adult, I'm going to treat you like an adult, immigrant. And so this immigrant young woman had my drink out while an immigrant was standing there, looked like he was holding something in his hand. Because it was like 14 minutes to make it. And wasn't nobody in the store. So we started arguing on the Facebook meta glasses, and I filmed her. She tried to call me a pedophile, and that's where all hell broke loose. Because the only reason I'm in the store is because your ignorance of the way you was treating my drink. I gladly get banned, like they're trying to do to me at Office Depot, taking up for their white women because they're racist. They're growing up racist. They'll always be a racist people to me. Do your job or you will get sued for racial discrimination from now on. So the racist white man that's at the organization next to the place I got banned and used to go to constantly on Overland Road gave force. He didn't even want to do it. BFW maybe. He sat up there and just gave me 300 and said, we can't do it again. Like I'm about to start begging him for money. I need, it took me nearly 10,000 or more to get here, and you want to tell me you can't do it again? And buy gas and stay mobile. This was between January and December of last year. My opinion, they're all racist here. They're all to a degree racist. I am not racist. I do what the police do. I identify their race and gender based on their behavior and how they act towards me. So now I am taking my chances away from the racist VA hospital in Boise. I gave you a chance. I started with women. They denied me everything I asked for. I started with the primary care. They denied me everything I asked for. I started with psychiatry with ketamine shots. They have to sit up there and flag me and have white women that don't even like me. And you know it. In there watching me as if we're talking about proprietary information. Forget you and that psychiatric center. You denied me twice as a 100% disabled veteran and sent me and paid for that shit. You paid for that, but you won't pay for community care for ketamine shots that help my mental health. You go to hell for that. Literally. I don't know when, and I won't be around. All of this boils down to the incompetent mayor of Boise, whose name I never looked up. I never looked her up on God. No photo, no search history for months. Now, I believe allegedly she's been talking to the incompetent VA court judge in Seattle who presided over my 3 years of probation. It's starting to click and make sense. The only reason her name even populated was that I was looking and blocking people as friend suggestions, which mean they watch my show, and as people I don't even want on my page no more, who has been blocking me. And she populated the mayor of Boise. I'm not flattered, and I'm not entertained in a positive way because of the shit you caused on me. This vindicates myself, honestly, because if the FBI, CIA, NSA, or any other government organization temporarily confiscate my computer, they're never going to find out how to poison someone, how to kill someone, how to hurt someone, how to, or even her name never populates. The only thing that will populate that I can recall is that I said, how long does it take to make uranium? A fucking bomb. The bomb they wanted to bring over here in every other country. They said I can't, Grok said I cannot answer that for you. Do you need help? I'm like, I just want to know. Trump ended up saying a long time, about 6 years, which means they've been working on it for a while. They had a month before it got finalized. You need to thank Trump and all those CIA and FBI agents that died to keep you free. And you abuse your fucking power and have weaponized this whole fucking city and state on me. There ain't a drop of you. So if they confiscate my shit, I never looked you up until I saw you on my suggestive friend list. I have zero searches for you other than a search I recently made just to find how incompetent you are setting laws and stuff in place that has nothing to do with the people. What do you do, actually? You trolled me repeatedly, laughing possibly, and orchestrating this whole thing. Back to US. code 1983, racial discrimination. I will be obtaining my VA records and filing a tort against both the Seattle VA and Boise VA for racial discrimination and medical malpractice, falsifying my medical records to make it look suitable for your claims on my behavior. All you got is a mad black woman. No one's gravely disabled. I don't have no remorse for being mad. You caused it. Your behaviors. Mayor Lauren McLean is on record saying, come everybody, especially the LGBT. She didn't say come veterans, come citizens. This is her short speech. This is the only thing she has to give in panels of white people. Like I was really going to make it that far, but you want to make sure I don't make it that far, right? Racist? Come one, come all, especially the LGBT. We have to treat them good. And now I know why there's a man with a dress coming up to my door, which is on my Facebook page. I never said anything really about the LGBT community. I don't care. I never said nothing. 208 number. If you're serious, leave a message. I never said nothing about the LGBT other than I'm not addressing no man in a dress as a fucking woman or butch. If you a man, you a man. Until you can change your chromosomes, stop fucking with me with that mentally unstable shit. So he comes in my fucking area with a dress at night. Go figure, right? Come one, come all. Your minions, your informants. Police does nothing. While detained at Intermountain and Cottonwood mental health facilities combined for 55 almost days, the chief of psychiatry, who acted out of racism and hatred, rejected any care to the Boise VA and gladly paid for community care. I plead the fifth on my comments. I said enough. What's crazy about these chief doctors is they gladly pay to make me look crazy, then pay for community care for dental and mental health like ketamine injections. This makes no sense for myself or my audience. The chief of dental followed the same pattern. He and his white female doctor that went to go get him on federal grounds and said whatever she had to soup up to say, rejected my implants in December, saying that if a tooth fall out, well, doctor, you got your wish. I'm in pain right now as I speak. Unnecessary pain to clean my loose teeth? You're sick. You're no better than anyone. Why put a veteran through more unnecessary pain when the condition was known by you and your staff? You can say you didn't read those records. That makes you look even more incompetent. That makes you look even more incompetent. Why didn't you read the records the next time I saw you? I am now moving to dentures with the periodontist temporarily, and I no longer want that doctor, that racist man, because he went along with a white woman to even touch my mouth. I'll take my chances with the other doctor. Both of all of y'all failed as doctors. You got the title and you rather take up for these women than to take up for me as a proud veteran running as a candidate for president. You made me look incompetent. You keep denying me care. I'm going to get the records. Your credibility is shot because I got you recorded. You were nasty to me. The physician who examined my rectum legally, I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I jokingly said he played with my rectum. And then appointments started getting stretched out to like October. And I had an appointment with him today because I had to demand it because my shoulder hurts because of what the police officer Ross did to it. And I have arthritis in both shoulders. And he obviously talked to the psychiatrist because he's noted on my Facebook page that he authorized me staying in both those places. I no longer trust him either because he didn't go to bat for me. I'm not gonna say he's a racist, but he was rude to me on the phone too. And he put in a consult, so I'm not even going to complain for primary care. That's all I want. To get their hands and their eyes off my community care notes and off of their system. I asked for Addie. The staff clearly did not like that request. Weeks later, not days, but weeks later, now they're claiming the medicine is simply not approved. I do not believe that. I believe they manufactured and made that refusal within the weeks they took to tell me. My former psychiatrist had the nerve to tell me I'm flagged and kept bringing a white woman. The ladies do not like me. They play MK Ultra mind games. They illegally read my chart and go over any dirt they can find, just like the white women you brought into that room, telling proprietary information to, and they fucking use it and abuse it against them. I am tired of giving them my information on a federal property. Y'all do this. I never came on to him. I never acted violent. None of it makes sense. Nothing from patient advocacy or any other office in the city and at the VA is making sense. When Lauren McLean names populated, I understand exactly what was happening. She's an unstable person at the bare minimum who would rather watch me and not follow me and watch me and see me locked up by both the Boise police and the sheriff and make them mad and hate me. Don't get mad at me. Everything I said, I meant. Just like you could care less about having me detained or even exchanged for your irrational, illogical, and incompetent behaviors. I wasn't trying to get to no primaries. I wasn't trying to put my name on a list. You can have that list with all the other racist white people. They rather make them mad at me than actually do your job as mayor. She has no idea what real problems feel like. Why don't you go to the mental facility? Why don't you get locked up like me? Get locked up like me, Mayor. Because you orchestrated this whole thing under the hands of Chris. She operates from Democratic white privilege. This message is aimed at only the VA, no one else. I could write a book on these sick, racist things these white men have done to me on the behalf of this system. I don't want to see anyone else's face from the VA. I don't care how nice and innocent anyone sounds on the phone. I never should have gone through any of this. This was avoidable. Just because I'm a junkie marijuana addict that's been clean for 21 days, I already survived harder things, and none of these previous hardships involved the level or targeted failure racism that I incorporated in all the states put together I've been through. I am a political candidate for presidency, and they weaponized it here and manipulated the system to fit Democrats. I don't even trust Governor Little. Instead of changing incompetent internal codes that we really need, Mayor McLean changed how she need to change. Instead of changing incompetent internal codes, Mayor McLean needs to change the law on designated examiner. I don't have no intentions on going back or doing drugs, but I'm doing this for all the Republicans that have been illegally locked up, especially black people. I don't believe in that process. Yet you changing these stupid ass codes for dumb, incompetent shit, trying to get another notch on your belt for doing absolutely shit for the community. It's a deliberate crutch for abuse of power like y'all did to me. It takes forever to be seen by anyone, and I know the doctors and designated examiners have already been briefed by your Democratic paid informants on how to delay me if I'm ever locked the fuck up again. You created quick, unnecessary lies about me for no fucking reason. You caused this on yourselves. I'm no longer complaining to a racist state apparatus that intercept my phone calls to the VA hospital hotline on my 6990 number. I'm taking this to federal authorities today. I'm not going to no FBI because they could be in on it here too. What I will do is DOJ and going through the proper authorities for every person like the mayor. Abuse of power and weaponization of the city. It was not that serious to do this to me. Every time a white man is nice to me, you make them hate me. I am taking this to federal authorities for abuse of power and racism under the code 1983. And that's all I got to say. I don't want to hurt, harm, or kill nobody. I am not gravely disabled. I'm not losing weight. I eat salad all the goddamn time. And I got fucking gastric bypass surgery. You talking with the psychiatrist, you should know this already. But you didn't care. All you cared about was taking me down for no absolute reason. I am anti-police in government. I just want you to run me my money, the state, and leave me the fuck alone so I can move out your fucking state. Period. You have nothing against me but a mad black woman that done been through hell from y'all racist asses.